Your cat just threw up yellow foam, and you probably thought, oh, they just have an upset stomach. But here's what most cat owners don't realize. Yellow foam isn't just a random stomach bug. It can be a quiet warning sign of something far more serious happening inside your cat's body. Some of these causes are harmless and easy to fix. Others, they get worse every hour you wait. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and when to act. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Empty stomach vomiting. You've probably noticed your cat throws up more often in the morning or right before mealtime. That's not a coincidence. When a cat's stomach sits empty for too long, it begins producing bile, a yellowish digestive fluid that has nowhere to go. The stomach lining gets irritated and up comes that familiar yellow foam. This is one of the most common and least dangerous causes, but don't brush it off completely. If it's happening every single day, your cat's feeding schedule may need adjusting. Try splitting meals into smaller, more frequent portions. A simple change in routine can stop this pattern entirely. Number 9. Hairball buildup. Cats groom themselves constantly, which means they're swallowing fur every single day. Most of the time, hair passes through the digestive system without issue. But sometimes it clumps together in the stomach, forming a blockage that the body desperately wants to push out. When a hairball is too large or stuck too deep, your cat may vomit yellow foam repeatedly before the actual hairball comes up. Or it may never come up at all. If your cat is retching often, gagging without producing anything, or eating less than usual, a stubborn hairball could be the culprit. Regular brushing and hairball control treats can make a real difference. Number 8. Dietary indiscretion. Cats are curious creatures, and sometimes they eat things they absolutely shouldn't. Grass, string, rubber bands, bits of plastic, spoiled food. If your cat has access to it, there's a chance they've sampled it. When a foreign substance irritates the stomach lining, the body responds by producing excess bile. The result? Yellow foam vomiting that shows up a few hours after the offending item was swallowed. In mild cases, this resolves on its own. But if your cat vomited more than twice, seems lethargic, or stopped eating, something more serious may be going on. Keep a close eye on what your cat has access to around the house. Number 7. Food intolerance. Not every cat can tolerate every type of food. Some cats develop sensitivities to specific proteins, artificial additives, or fillers found in commercial cat food. When their digestive system reacts poorly to an ingredient, inflammation in the gut can trigger regular vomiting, often yellow foam, especially on an empty stomach. If you recently changed your cat's food and the vomiting started around the same time, that connection is worth taking seriously. Try transitioning back to their previous diet slowly over 7 to 10 days. If symptoms improve, you've likely found your answer. A vet can also run tests to identify specific food triggers. Number 6. Stress and anxiety. You might not think of stress as a physical health issue, but in cats, anxiety has a very real impact on the gut. Changes in routine, new people in the home, loud noises, or even a new pet can send a cat's nervous system into overdrive. This stress activates the gut-brain connection, slowing digestion and increasing bile production. Chronic stress vomiting is easy to overlook because there's no obvious physical cause. Watch your cat's behavior alongside the vomiting. Are they hiding more, eating less, grooming obsessively? If stress seems to be the trigger, environmental changes and calming supplements can bring real relief. Number 5. Gastritis. Gastritis simply means inflammation of the stomach lining, but the causes behind it range from minor to serious. Bacterial infections, certain medications, toxins, and even chronic stress can all trigger gastritis in cats. When the stomach lining becomes inflamed, it produces excess mucus and bile. Yellow foam vomiting, sometimes paired with a lack of appetite, is one of the most telling signs. Occasional mild gastritis can resolve on its own with rest and a bland diet. But if vomiting persists for more than 24 to 48 hours, or if your cat seems weak and dehydrated, veterinary care becomes essential. Don't wait too long on this one. Number 4. Parasites. Internal parasites are more common in cats than most owners realize, and they don't always show obvious symptoms. Worms like roundworms, hookworms, and tapeworms can quietly disrupt your cat's digestive system over time. As the parasite burden grows, the gut becomes increasingly irritated, leading to vomiting, sometimes yellow foam, sometimes undigested food. Outdoor cats and cats who hunt are at higher risk, but indoor cats aren't immune. If your cat hasn't been dewormed recently, or if you've noticed weight loss, a bloated belly, or changes in their stool, parasites could be behind the vomiting. A fecal test from your vet can confirm this quickly. Number 3. Kidney disease. Now we're getting into territory that demands your full attention. Kidney disease is one of the most common serious illnesses in cats, especially as they age. When the kidneys begin to fail, waste products that should be filtered out of the blood start to build up. This buildup, called uremia, is toxic to the stomach lining and triggers persistent nausea and vomiting. Yellow foam is a frequent symptom, often appearing alongside increased thirst, weight loss, and lethargy. The tricky part? Early kidney disease can look mild. Cats are masters at hiding discomfort. If your cat is older and vomiting regularly, kidney function testing should be a priority. Early detection saves lives. Number 2. Liver problems. The liver plays a central role in producing bile and processing toxins from the bloodstream. When liver function is compromised, whether from hepatitis, fatty liver disease, or toxic exposure, bile production can become irregular and excessive. That excess bile doesn't stay in the digestive system where it belongs. It backs up, irritates the stomach, and gets vomited out as yellow foam. Liver problems can develop gradually or come on suddenly. Warning signs beyond vomiting include yellowing of the eyes or gums, sudden weight loss, and a swollen abdomen. This is not something to monitor at home for long. Liver conditions worsen quickly without treatment. Number 1. Intestinal blockage. This is the one you need to know. An intestinal blockage, also called a foreign body obstruction, occurs when something your cat swallowed physically blocks the digestive tract. String, toy parts, bones, fabric, even clumped up hair can cause a complete or partial blockage. When the intestine is blocked, nothing can pass through. The body responds with relentless vomiting. At first it might look like food or foam, but as time passes, the vomiting becomes more frequent, more desperate, and your cat becomes visibly distressed. A blockage is a life-threatening emergency. Every hour without treatment increases the risk of the intestine rupturing. If your cat is vomiting repeatedly, not eating, and seems to be in pain, get to a vet immediately. So guys, yellow foam vomiting can mean something minor, or something that can't wait. Watch for how often it's happening, whether your cat is eating and drinking, and any signs of pain, weakness, or swelling. The earlier you catch a serious problem, the better the outcome. If vomiting happens more than twice in a day, or if your cat seems off in any way, don't wait for it to pass on its own. Trust your instincts and get your cat checked. Your quick action could save their life.